Hello and welcome to the Lockleys Bowling Club in Adelaide, the host venue for the 2012 World Lawn Bowls Championship. 27 nations arrived here in South Australia looking for world glory. Now we're down to the women's singles semi-finals. It's New Zealand's Val Smith up against Canada's Kelly McCarrahan. Well, Val Smith is no stranger to the world stage. The third-ranked player in the world won the pairs at the 2011 Asia-Pacific Championships, took out the singles silver at the last Commonwealth Games, and at her home World Championships, she triumphed in both the singles and pairs. Well, Val, it's been a tough 2 weeks for you. Finally at the semi-final stage, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm not too bad. I think the body's holding up all right, and it's been pretty hot for the majority of the time that we've been here, but I seem to be coping with it all right, and just hope I can just carry it out for another couple of days.
You've had a game on this TV green. Do you think that gives you a slight edge today?
I think it would have to. I can't take anything for granted. I know how good Kelly can go, and but I think it's always to some advantage if you've been on the rink that you're already played on. So, I would think it would have some advantage.
Kelly McCarrahan hails from Toronto in Canada. The 26-year-old has played junior bowls at international level and finished 5th at the previous World Championships. She also has a couple of bronze medals from the 2007 Atlantic Championships. Well, Kelly, congratulations on reaching the semi-finals. How are the nerves?
Oh, not bad, not bad. I'm really looking forward to a great match against Val and keeping the momentum going from earlier on in the tournament.
She's a very experienced player. You've played her before. What are you expecting today?
It's going to be a tough match. She's a great player, so I expect a very, very tough battle out there.
And joining me in commentary, Julie Keegan. And Julie, this is an intriguing battle, a veteran of the tour up against one of the young guns.
Yes, I think it will be a good contest out there. Val's a very experienced singles player, so I'm looking forward to a good game.
What about the experience you gained on this TV green in the pairs? Do you think that will give her a slight edge, knowing how the green runs?
Most definitely. To be able to get out and have a hit out on this rink here is just a great advantage, I think, for Val.
A place in the final awaits either Val Smith or Kelly McCarrahan at these World Bowls Championships from Lockleys in South Australia on an overcast day. It's going to be very, very warm, though, and this young lady has a pretty good record against her opponent, 2-0. And we'll start proceedings in this first semi-final. She's the defending champion, Val Smith, and would be favourite based on her experience, but always nice, Julie, when you come into a match against an opponent that has such credentials like Val, for Kelly to say, well, I've played her twice and I've beaten her twice, and including one of those times earlier in this tournament.
Yeah, it's a good feeling to have actually
That is the shot, yes. Thank you.
had a win against Val in the earlier sectional round, so that will be pleasing for Kelly and no doubt ease her nerves. And both girls seem to have found the line straight off, which is really good.
And here's the first to 21. So there's no set number of ends, but 21 is the magical figure. And there's a great reply from Val Smith. Blue bowls are the New Zealanders and the red for the Canadian Kelly McCarrahan.
on the 2.
Yeah, I do favour too, Kelly.
Pam Hawkins is our marker from Engadine in the southern suburbs of Sydney. Here's some weight here from the Canadian and has just missed. That was her last bowl at this end, so it was all or nothing there, and it's left a bit of space here for the defending champion to start with 3 shots in the first end.
Yeah, you'd expect Val to be able to draw this. She has got a bit of room there, so it'd be a great start for her to be able to kick off proceedings with a 3.
She got it online. She got the weight. Just going to come up. Maybe a fraction short. It is 2 to the New Zealander. Val Smith with a good start. Leads 2-0 after the first end. It is the first to 21. Is it a different mindset, Julie, when you're playing to a score, first to 21, as opposed to a set number of ends? You could be down 20-0, but still not be out of the match.
Well, that's right. You've just got to chip away at it and just play one end at a time, and you're never really out of the game because you're not running out of ends. Kelly's pulled the switch there to the forehand, coming back that way, which is interesting, and drawn the shot. Val's not too far away here with this one.
Not a bad reply here from Kelly McCarrahan either.
Great ball from Kelly. Doesn't seem to be suffering any nerves out there at the moment.
It's a massive day for her and the Canadian team. She is the first Canadian woman to medal at a World Championships. She's guaranteed at least a bronze. And that'll be the first time that any Canadian woman has done that at this level.
Fantastic.
This looks a bit wide.
Yeah, it's taken a slightly wider line. It's failing to come back.
Does hold shot though. This is the last bowl on this end for Val Smith. He's trying to get there. It'll be tight. Pam Hockings having a bit of a look to give the players...
It's close, Kelly.
Not prepared to make a call there, Pam. It must be very close.
Does come on the backhand, wants it to turn. Not sure that it's got the legs.
No, she's not quite there.
So the second end, and we're going to see our second measure. It is 1 to the Canadian, so she's on the board. It is New Zealand's Val Smith that leads 2-1.
South Australia is the proud lead partner of the 2012 World Championships. So 1 to Canada.
It'll certainly settle the nerves for Kelly to be on the board. She's going for a very short end here. So a shortish end, the first end as well.
It's obviously a tactic she's employed.
How much of it is to bowl to a distance that you like, or to bowl to a distance that your opponent doesn't like?
Oh, well, I think if you try and concentrate too much on what your opponent doesn't like, you can sometimes throw yourself off. So personally, I'd like to play to my own strengths and see what happens there, and if it's not working, then you change it. At this international level, most players should be competent on all lengths anyway.
To the backhand here for Val Smith. Nice correction. Kelly looking to the backhand as well. I think they're both not happy with how really dived in at the end there from the forehand.
Yeah.
It's a bit narrow as well. Bit of a messy end, this one at the moment.
Yeah, Kelly needs to desperately get a close one here.
It's a last opportunity.
Needs to hang on a bit.
Yeah. See ya.
There's a lot of room here for Val Smith. Watching it intently. Is it coming back?
Let's hit this bowl. Oh.
Well played. I think it might be 3. What an end there for Val Smith. She now leads 5-1 after 3 ends, so a storming start for the defending champion from New Zealand, Val Smith. A handy little buff early in this women's singles semi-final.
Val has had the advantage of playing on this TV rink earlier on, So she knows what each hand's doing, which is a big bonus.
Lost the radar a bit, Kelly, the last couple of ends. That one's way short from Val.
Good line again, but just a little bit under. Better one here from Kelly, and draws this shot.
Big opportunity here for Kelly McCarran. So that's two.
Another good bowl from Kelly. Not short this time.
It's a nice reply, but not just quite enough. So one and a measure, and the chance here for Kelly to make it two and a measure. Needs to keep going. It's going to come up a bit short, though.
One.
Just the one, conceding just the one.
Yeah, I think Kelly sort of jumped off the mat there a little bit with that last bowl. You know, sometimes people have a tendency to do that, and they sort of chase that last bowl a little bit, and then invariably you come up short. Just slips in the back door there. Val, good weight.
Holding shot here, Val Smith, but Jack not under pressure at the moment.
No, still plenty of room there.
It's way short. Breeze starting to pick up a bit. Not sure whether you can hear it in the sound effects, the flags fluttering against the pole. Looks like they're bowling back into the wind here now.
It's a better shot from Kelly.
She holds shot now, but there's still room there for Val. There's the breeze picking up.
Pam, my wing bowl out here. That one? Yeah. Is that in before the short bowl on this side of the line?
This one?
No, this side of the line?
No, that's the next. That
Yeah.
one first. That one first, then that one.
All right, it's one down.
Just the one down.
Why wouldn't she go up and have a look herself there? She's entitled to.
Yeah, she's well, she's obviously got a shot in her mind already to play, and she just, you know, she just wants to know whether she's holding the, third shot or not. Val's playing the forehand, looking for the bowl.
A bit of weight.
Jack. And she's got it.
That is fantastic there from Val Smith while she is the world champion, from one down to 3 up.
Fantastic shot there from Val.
That was an all or nothing one.
Couldn't have got that any better.
Two, we'll need a umpire to
This one?
take the one out the pitch.
Andrew Holmes is down ringside. Let's go down to him.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I've got Dave Edwards, the New Zealand coach, with me, and that last end put a smile on your face, Dave.
What a great shot from Val that was. Only the one down, and but yeah, very good position she had, and so I was hoping that was the shot she was playing, and yeah, she played it to perfection, so yeah, very good.
How many times do you play the shot before it gets delivered in your own mind?
Lots and lots of times, yeah. It's funny because the players see it differently to what we do too on occasions, and I always get the player to go with the game with a shot that they're really confident with, but that was a perfect pearler, that one.
For a semi-final of the World Championships, Val's made a really promising start, hasn't she?
Yeah, good start. Yeah, look, they were feeling each other out and sort of getting into their rhythm, both players. So there were a few loose bowls early on, but now they're really starting to tighten up. And, you know, Val's got a truckload of experience and been there and done that before in the past. So she's settling into things nicely. Yeah. Pretty happy. And
she's seen this rink before, this show rink before during the championships. That's got to play into her hands a little bit, you think?
Yeah, obviously a bit of an advantage having been out there and experienced the green. It's just the rink's just a little bit different to some of the other rinks that have been used throughout the event. So it is an advantage for Val, I dare say, that the fact that she's had one game under her belt on the rink.
It's massively now early in the game, 6 shots, only early, of course, 5 ends, but that's a really important end just to sort of calm the nerves, if there were any.
Well, I think it'll give her confidence. That's the big thing. She was nervous this morning. She always is, which is healthy. I like that when the players are a bit nervous, but she's settled into her work now, and that would have given her just a huge lift of confidence, which is always good for Val. That's something that she thrives on, is getting some self-belief and confidence, and so she's underway now. Let's hope she can carry it on.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
On the flip side there, Julie, a real kick in the guts, wasn't it, for Kelly? To be 1 up now, 3 down. You look at the scoreboard, it's 8-2 after just 5 ends. But I would imagine, used to that in bowls. It can turn so dramatically.
Oh, that's a massive turnaround there for Kelly, but unfortunately all her bowls were short. Val had everything to gain by getting that jack in the ditch and just played it to perfection.
She's answered the challenge with a terrific opening bowl on this 6th end. Kelly McCarahan.
Nearly promoted her own bowl up for shot, but not quite enough. Kelly's still holding her there. Tracking well. Another great bowl from Kelly.
Didn't like that.
Stay up.
She wasn't happy with it the moment she let it go.
No, she knew it was tight. The conditions, you know, have been varying from very hot to cold and now back to quite warm conditions today. That really takes its toll on the players, both physically and mentally. Val's searching through here.
Bit of weight, and she did knock her own, and Kelly's out.
Good result, taking one out, only one down now. A bit wide, I think, Kelly.
She knows it. Not her best bowl of the end, but at least she bounced back, and after the disappointment of end number 5, she's picked up a shot on end number 6 and does narrow the gap, but it's still a healthy 5-shot lead to Val Smith. 8-3 after 6 ends, and the women's semi-final will continue after the break. Well, fresh local produce, great shopping, pristine beaches, amazing scenery, all within 20 minutes of the city is what makes Adelaide one of Australia's most livable cities. If you haven't been to Adelaide, you don't know what you're missing. A wonderful city. Take a wander through the central markets, indulge at Adelaide's Hague Chocolate Factory, take a stroll along the beaches out at Glenelg and relax in the centre of Adelaide by the River Torrens. It really is a wonderful, wonderful city and a great venue for these World Championships, and I'm sure the players are happy to be here, and even though it's been a tough couple of weeks of competition, it is a relaxed city for them once they're finished playing.
Oh, it's a beautiful city, and lots of great restaurants to choose from, and lovely settings down there around the Glenelg area.
Bowls at the back now for Val.
Good bowl from Kelly. Draws the shot. Tell by Val's little moan there, she didn't like that one.
No. Holding 2 here, the Canadian.
Val wears a heart on her sleeve. She's very animated out there, so you can always know what's going on in her mind. I'll be hoping to sort of push that bowl through. Yeah, that's a good bowl there from Kelly.
The flies are out today in Adelaide. One's found home on our camera there. You can't get rid of it, but they're everywhere in Adelaide today now the heat's out. Just getting a closer look at the jack.
Val's 3 down here, so this is a big bowl for her. She's close. Great ball.
Outstanding work there from the defending champ. Picks up the shot and is back to a 6-shot buffer after 7 ends. It is Val Smith leading 9-3. And they're going end for end. But it's the big ends that have been won by this lady here.
Shingleback wine is the wines recommended during the World Championship of Bowls. From its genesis in 1998,
Perfect.
the Shingleback
Absolutely
portfolio
perfect,
has grown
yeah.
into a collection of fine wines, and each made in its distinct style showcases the best that McLaren Vale in South Australia has to offer. We welcome and recommend Shingleback wine.
Kelly's definitely not out of this contest. She's just got to string a couple of ends together here and, you know, just so Val doesn't get any more, you know, of a lead on her. So that's what she'll be concentrating on. Val's just continually peppering that jack though, so it's making it harder and harder for Kelly.
29 degrees at the moment, and Kelly pulls away. She's about to Send a bowl down. Breeze picking up. There are a couple of spots of rain around Adelaide, but it's fine here at the moment. It's only going to get hotter as well.
Kelly won't be happy with that one. Really needs close bowl. Val's pulled the switch to the forehand. She'll be just looking to get inside those back red ones now for a bit of cover. She's got two good bowls there at the front. It's coming through, matching those. That's perfect position. Looking to draw another one, Val. She's put the cover bowl in, so she's pretty safe there at the back. Plenty of room to draw a third.
She'll be disappointed with that. It's come up a bit shorter than she would like. It's still most probably third shot, but
yeah, still counting.
I'm sure she wanted it closer though.
Yes. Coming down on the backhand. Even second shot will be good for her here.
Don't know that she will get there, and she's knocked the other bowl even closer. So this is going to be 3 shots to the Kiwi, I think. And waiting for confirmation. Looks to be 3. Pam Hockings has got 3 paddles ready and conceded 3. And all of a sudden, it is 12-3 to Val Smith, a 9-shot buffer after 8 ends. And 21 is the target. So she's 9 away from a spot in the final to defend her crown, Val Smith. That was a disappointing end there for the Canadian.
Yeah, Kelly won't be happy with that end, did her?
Well, the ends that Val has won, she won the first end by picking up 2 shots, the third by 3, the 5th by 3. And she's won back-to-back ends here for the first time in the match. 1 shot in end 7, but 3 there on the 8th end. So she's picking up multiple shots when she does win.
Yeah, and they're the ones that are hurting you when you're losing.
I think she liked that from the release. It's well short there from Kelly.
Kelly's just struggling a little bit at the moment to find it.
This is a nice line. Just died on the run a little bit. Favouring the long ends, both players here. We went short once with Kelly, but that didn't work out particularly well, so she's gone away from that. But long to medium, most of the ends so far in this semi-final. There's plenty of space around that jack there.
Hanging a bit wide. Val was looking to turn her outside bowl in there. Had the weight to do it, but it's a little bit wide. Kelly really needs to score on this end, I think, to get her confidence back.
There's a lot of walking around with the head down at the moment for Kelly and McCarran.
Yeah, if she could draw the shot here, it'd be a big boost for her.
Slaps the thigh. She might knock her own on. No, she's knocked the bowl of Val Smith's a little bit closer. I think it'll be one to the Kiwi here. Maybe a measure for a second. One conceded. And a measure for the second. Wow, that wasn't a good bowl to finish there from Kelly McCarran. You can see there that not a sense of resignation, but certainly frustration. She looks up to her supporters as well. Maybe three here. That would be disastrous. And that was the bowl she knocked on.
Yes.
It is 3 to New Zealand here. That is disastrous for Kelly McCarran. That last bowl has really cost her dearly there. And so back-to-back 3 ends there. 3-shot ends, and it's now 15-3. 12 the difference. We've only played 9 ends.
Yeah, it's the 4 counts of 3 there that have really nailed it there.
Long end here again from Val. Why not? She's in control of the match at the moment.
Val's playing with lots of confidence, and why wouldn't she be at 15-3 up?
Well, she's at that stage now of the match, very early too, Julie, that she's just a couple of good ends away from a place in the final.
That's exactly right. Val's just playing very well at the moment. Good bowl from Kelly. A little bit of weight. They'll be looking to remove Kelly's bowl. Very close. Made her own. He's going for cover.
It just stayed on. I can't see underneath our commentary box either. So she holds shot here, Kelly McCarahan. Each bowler has one left on this end.
Val will be looking again, once again, to remove that shot bowl. She's got 2 bowls in the head and she's got a 12-shot lead. She can afford to take a couple of risks. She likes it.
Down. Down to it.
And
It just fell the wrong way.
it did, didn't it?
Great attempt.
Still one for the Canadian. Love to make it 2 here. It's a long way back though, but got to start somewhere. The last 3 ends have been won by Val Smith. So forehand is the favoured side so far in this match. She's going forehand again.
Pulling up a little
quite
bit.
enough.
One you go.
Still, she'll take the 1. It stops the bleeding a bit. And will give her a little bit of confidence. Still, it's a dominating scoreboard there for the defending champion. 15-4. And as soon as she gets control of the mat, Kelly, I should say, up she goes. Moves it up the green.
Yeah, she needs to make some drastic changes here. So she has brought the mat up and she's bowled a medium length end.
By having the mat in a different position, moving it further up, it changes the environment in which you're bowling and can
it can just throw
you off a little bit.
Sometimes throw your opponent off, and if they've got that line and they're just going over that same spot all the time, so just gives them that different aiming line. It's a good tactic, I think, from Kelly. Val was just getting really good rhythm on that 1 length. Hasn't phased Val. Well played, Kelly.
A little bit of animation there, a little bit of emotion from her as well. We haven't seen that for a while.
That's good.
Wait here from Val Smith. It's online, and she gets the jack. Does it stay in, or is it been killed the end? It was close to that peg. There's sand in the ditch, and it will stop just inside, will it?
Just nearly on the boundary.
You almost got it.
Does the jack have to be completely out, or just part of it?
Just part in. Kelly's got one bowl left here. The situation here, the marker's not indicating. I'm not quite sure. I would say that Val would have one shot there in the ditch with her toucher.
Although
Kelly's got a bit of room.
In the ditch, yeah. I think maybe the one on the green might be closer for Val, the blue one. See, the one in the ditch. Was that up? It's hard to see there. But plenty of room here for Kelly, but you would think that she'd be able to get it inside.
That's good enough, yes.
It is. Val having a really good look here.
She's having a good look at it. She may think she's got the next two and elect to go for this bowl, I'm thinking. Easier than drawing the shot.
It's an unusual angle though, isn't it? Sort
yes.
of. Is it easier to knock a ball out of the way with a straight drive than try and aim at an angle?
Well, it's depends how much room she's got there. It's hard to see from here how close that is to the ditch.
She's aiming at it.
Yeah, she's going at it.
She's missed it, or has she? Yep, right, a long way. So for the first time in this semi-final, the Canadian has back-to-back ends. She picks up a shot, and as well as playing okay, Val, she's also defending pretty well, because the Kelly McCarrahan really can't pick up more than a shot an end, and it's 15-5 as we head downstairs once again to Andrew Holmes.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Dave Edwards here again, and the end of that end was a intriguing little battle. One of the toughest shots to play, I'm sure.
Drawing to the ditch is always a bit tough here. You got to adjust two things, the line and the speed. It's something we train a lot though, so and especially when you get to new greens or a new complex, always a good drill to go through to train drawing to the ditch. So, but Val actually opted to try and drive Kelly's bowl out there. She obviously had 2 seconds and tried to drive the bowl out and missed, but yeah, things are trucking along pretty good so far.
Since last time we spoke, the score has gone further in your favour. How are you finding Val's, body language and the way she's handling herself out there?
Very good, yeah. No, she doesn't show a lot of emotion, Val, but keeps herself under control very, very well. Has got a great temperament, and it's one of her real strengths. And the other big strength for Val is she's a real fighter. She'll scrap till the last minute to eke out as many points as she can or get to 21 first. So. Yep, she's looking good at the moment.
And that's the beauty of singles play too, isn't it? First to 21, the player coming from behind can just keep coming, and we could be here all day.
Yeah, that's true, mate. Yeah, that's dead right. It's never over till the fat lady sings, as they say, and you've got to get to that 21. And there's many a big story been told in the clubhouses around the world about getting to 25 up and then losing at 21-20. So, yep, it's quite often the hardest one to get, that last point. So, yeah, Val's got, she's got 6 more to get, so hopefully she can get them.
You prefer to be 10 up than 10 down, I'm sure. Thanks, Dave.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, how true that is. The hardest point in most sports to get is the one that wins it for you.
That's right.
She turned the head away straight away there, Kelly McCarahan. What's her reaction here? Straight away. Maybe getting rid of a fly, but I think it was out of disappointment.
Kelly's still holding 2 shots, but sitting there wide open for the taking, so she'll be looking to just touch that jack just a little bit on the forehand and tuck it away to make it harder for Val.
Holding 2. This bowl important though for both players for differing reasons. Val would just want to stop this mini resurgence from Kelly, who's won back-to-back ends. She's hoping it's okay. It's tracking pretty well. It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Falls in.
Yeah.
Yes, it should be good enough.
And she does get shot there with a terrific final bowl again.
Phone's ringing.
16-5 now. Welcome back to Lockleys, the first of the women's semi-finals between New Zealand and Canada. This is the start of the 13th end. Good start.
Val's first bowl's been very good, you know, which is the key to singles. If you can get your first one on there, and it really does apply the pressure.
She's got some adjustments to do here, Kelly McCarrahan, because it's getting to that stage. If she, well, next time she loses an end, Val Smith is within sight of victory. And she does adjust.
Val will look at sitting that ball through to make a count of one. Maybe she could stay for three.
Doesn't come back from out there as much as they think.
No, especially when you're playing that little bit of weight, they just tending to hang. They're not a lot of movement. Good weight for the shot.
She knows she's left the door open here. I think it might be shot to Kelly. Just didn't come back. So is it going to be a measure? Yeah, one to Canada. Kelly McCarrahan is just chipping away. But in the positive column for her, she has won 3 of the last 4 ends. But as she's done all match, Val Smith has limited the damage to only 1 shot every time the Canadian has won an end. She's won 6 ends. All by just the 1 shot. 16-6 is the score. This time going to a long end. Kelly McCarrahan.
Plenty of room for the shot there at the moment.
Yes, the jack hasn't been frightened on this end at the moment. Well, 5 bowls and really no one within QE at the moment.
Here's the shot. 1 to Val.
Big bowl here for Kelly McCarran. If she can't get shot here, there's oodles of room for Val Smith to draw another. To the backhand.
Run. Down. Down. Down.
And she answers the challenge with a ripper that almost touches.
Good bowl there from Kelly.
Is it a target though?
Oh, well, it's only, 1 bowl. Val will be reaching with a little bit of weight. And she's got the catcher there waiting behind.
If she can knock that out of the way, she will pick up a couple. Staying on the forehand. It's not coming back. It's almost like she conceded the 1. And that is 1 to Kelly McCarran. And 16-7 is the score. Just chipping away. 9 the difference now after 14 ends. It's a strange choice of shot there.
Yeah, unusual shot selection there from Val. I would have thought she would have arrived down there on the backhand and sat the bowl, and she had the catcher waiting, but not quite sure what she was playing for there.
4 of the last 5 ends have been won by the Canadian. But still, it's 9 shots the difference. It's something she hasn't done for a couple of ends that you mentioned before. Her first bowl in the last couple of ends.
Release the jack, please. Half of the bowl is in front of jack high. Thank you.
That's the best opening bowl on a number of ends for Val Smith. This is tracking okay as well.
Close for the jack here. Oh, just shaving it on the way through. There's a little chuckle about that one. Very lonely game out there, singles, Mark. No one to talk to and bounce off.
looking okay. Turned nicely.
She won't want to touch this jack. Oh, yes, no, she's just got enough of it. Had good weight for it. Made it harder for Kelly.
How far short is that last bowl, Pam?
A foot short high.
Val sticking to the forehand. One thing she'll be mindful of is not trying to leave a bowl hanging out there jack high that Kelly can use. Just a little bit tight there and turning Kelly up. Still holding 2 shots, so no danger.
Big moment in the semi-final, isn't it? She's down 2 shots. Last bowl at this end, 16-7 down.
Yeah, this is a massive bowl for Kelly. She won't want to drop 2 shots here. Just leaves herself very vulnerable. Val would then only need a 3.
Well, there's the potential if she doesn't do something here to drop 3 shots on this end as well. Is she going weight here?
Looking like that, yeah.
She's missed
She's
it.
wide.
She's got to get a cannon off one of hers. No. So it's at least 2. And she's almost running down the other end now, Val Smith. She knows how big this is.
Massive bowl here for Val as well. She can draw for 3.
As it stands at the moment anyway. It'll go to 18-7. And it's one end away from victory, a good end, and she's had plenty of 3s in this match. That's something Kelly hasn't been able to control, is it? The size of the wins of the ends for Val Smith. They've always been big ones. Kelly's only won 1 shot every time she's won an end. Big bowl here for both Val and Kelly.
Looking pretty good, I think, for Val.
Gotta
She's
sit
a bit
though.
heavy.
Yep.
Bit heavy.
She'll take the 2 and move on though. A little bit of a shake of the head. Maybe the adrenaline was pumping a little bit too much.
Quite possibly, yeah, big
It's still 2
excitement.
shots. And after 15 ends, it is 18-7 to the defending champion, Val Smith. Well, a tough task has just got even tougher. The irony, too, that she's won 4 of the last 6 ends, Kelly McCarrahan, but only picked up 4 shots, whereas Val seems to pick up 2s and 3s, and whenever she wins an end, she's getting multiple shots. So favouring the backhand so far in this match, but she's going to start with the forehand here. Not a bad start. You'd still think that it's most probably going to take her 2 more ends to win the match. Even though she has had 4 3-shot ends.
A little bit short there from Kelly. Kelly won't give up without a fight.
real favourite side for Kelly. And she goes down a forehand again and just sneaks inside the bowl of Val Smith, but it rolled on and it's still 2 to the Kiwi. I think she likes this one. Just got to go a little bit more. Nearly. 2 big bowls here for Kelly.
It's running through a little. Could be still 2.
Space to make it 3, which would win her the match here.
It's good that Kelly came down and had a look, because sometimes those bowls can look a lot closer at the front than they actually are. So she still does have a bit of room to be able to draw the shot.
Bit short.
Don't think she's there.
Well, she knew there that if she got that close, she may be in the final.
Bit of a missed opportunity there for Val to close it out.
In her mind, does she think that she's down 2?
I'm thinking so. Here's the rings. Show us.
She's down 1.
1.
Either way, she knows she's going to another end.
Will this come back?
Not from out there, it doesn't. Just a bit too wide, wasn't it?
Oh.
It fell the right way, though. And they're going to measure. It's getting to that nervous stage where you want to measure everything before you count yourself out of a world title.
One.
So it is 1 to Val Smith. She edges ever closer to the World Championship final. 19-7 after 16 ends. Welcome back to Lockleys, the first of the women's semi-finals between New Zealand and Canada. This is end number 17, about to get underway here at Lockleys. It's got to be mentally draining too for Kelly McCarrahan just to constantly think about saving the match. You could see the pressure she was under that last bowl, stepping away, and the big sigh.
She did really well to compose herself on that last end. You know, something obviously distracted her in the crowd, and to be able to walk off the mat like that and then stand on there and make the shot. Good bowl there from Val Smith. That'll hang wide.
It's almost a replay of the last end. Although on this occasion she does have two back bowls here, Kelly.
Val's going for the cover again, holding the two she needs. Not a better line here, Kelly. Just going to a bit weighty.
Now, can Val in any way put a bowl there that would make it hard for Kelly to kill the end?
She could put a blocker in, but I'm thinking Val will probably just slip in behind the pack of those three bowls, just split those up and try and, you know, make Kelly make the shot. Blockers are really hard to play to get them exactly on the line. Don't know whether Kelly can actually see the jack.
Final bowl here for Val. Is it the final bowl of the semi-final for her?
She's looking to sit on that red. Not wasted there.
Dropped the head a bit though. She was hoping for something a bit better, but she still holds the match in her hands at the moment. And for the third time in a row, Kelly McCarrahan walks back down the green knowing that she has to come up with something to stay alive here. And it would have to be to kill again, or maybe just somehow try and get that jack near her two there.
Maybe possibly trail it on the forehand. I don't know whether she can see a piece of the jack from the mat.
This to stay in the championship.
Looking for a forehand trail.
It's not a bad line. It's a great try. It's got to go.
Has she got it?
Oh, that is superb stuff from Kelly McCarrahan. She's killed the end twice. And on the last bowl of the 17th end, she's come up with shot to stay alive and narrow the lead. 17 ends gone. It is Smith 19, McCarrahan 8. Andrew Holmes is down ringside. Let's go down to him.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I've got Dave Edwards, the New Zealand coach, with me.
I think the big word for Val now is just patience and, you know, just perseverance and, yeah.
And she's not playing poorly, is she?
No, she's not. Especially coming this way, back down towards us. She's really playing exceptionally well and had the game in the bag 3 times in a row, you know, and Kelly played, as I said earlier, 3 bombs. So, but no, just hanging in there and 2 more points and we're there.
How does it affect your mindset when you are playing well and you have shots being held at each end and someone comes in and kills it and you know you're playing well? Just got to keep working through the processes?
That's it. That's our key word, process. Just keep, and patience. That's the other thing, you know, especially when you've got a lead like you have. It's just patience and perseverance and letting it happen. And, you know, obviously you can still play with a lot of confidence because you are playing well. So that's the key thing.
Almost there, mate. Good luck.
Cheers.
Still a long way behind, 19-8. And once again, even though she won that end, Kelly, it was just the one shot. How'd she love on this end, say, to pick up 3 to make it, get herself into double figures and the lead into single figures? Important factor too in this end may be the fact that Smith does get the last crack at it.
That's right, yeah. The last 3 ends, as Dave Edwards, the New Zealand coach, said, Val couldn't do much about it. She didn't have the last bowl.
Ball! To the ball!
Great bowl from Kelly.
Here's a chance for Kelly.
Very close here,
Down to
Kelly.
the ball. Down to the ball.
Gets to the bowl. He just made 4 shots, possibly.
Big bowl here for Val Smith. Can she answer the challenge? She has all match so far. She's the defending champion. Has this got the legs? I'm not sure that it does. And it's going to be 4 shots, I think, to the Canadian, at least 3. And there is 3. So for the first time in this semi-final, Kelly McCarahan picks up multiple shots and she's into double figures. The lead is back to single figures, 19-11. Short time ago, it was 15-3. So it's 8-4 in the last few ends. And could we be witnessing one of the great comebacks of all time?
Maybe.
I see the multiple ends there, the first 9 ends of this semi-final where Val Smith dominated. Now she's only won 3 of the last 9.
Kelly's definitely lifted in the last few ends. Got a bit of a spring in her step.
Still a bit short.
Easy. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
This is not developing well for Kelly McCarrahan. This head here. Val Smith's got an opportunity. Important bowl, this one. The majority of the match has been these long ends and needs it to sit.
Still plenty of room there for the shot. But is she 1 or 2 down? Only the 1?
This is her final bowl and there's acres of space there, isn't there? She needs to put the pressure back on Val Smith, which she hasn't been able to do this end. Just maybe the, looks to be 2 to New Zealand. Could be 2 to New Zealand here. At least a measure, I would think, to put into the final. Last bowl of the end is the last bowl of the tournament. Kelly McCarrahan goes to the backhand.
The line's good. It's all on the weight. Looking pretty good here from Kelly. What a great save.
Just extraordinary how she keeps answering the challenge under pressure. Comes up with some brilliant stuff. She can trail the jack here. Well, she's into the final, isn't she?
Yeah, she'll look at forehand. Yard or 2 of weight. Sit the bowl, trail the jack.
And all Kelly can do is watch on and hope. She's put herself in the picture to stay alive. Can Val Smith kill her off? She certainly doesn't want this to keep going. The longer it goes, the more confident Kelly will get. Here's for a spot in the final. She's watching it anxiously. That's a bit narrow, I think. She's going to knock her own bowl close, and she gets a shot. It's not enough to win the match. It's just one, but she edges ever closer. And it is 2011. The last half hour or so, the cloud cover we've had here at Lockley's has burnt away, and it's a pretty biting sun these girls are playing in. What a start here.
Fantastic opener from Val. Kelly won't be happy with that one, being short.
It's way short from Val. They wouldn't be human, these two, if there wasn't a bit of tension now with the finish line so close.
Yeah, sometimes things can start to tighten up on you here.
There's a great
A
bowl.
great bowl from Kelly.
Not a bad reply.
Very close. Oh, just curled around the shot bowl.
It's very close, but I favour you down.
Oh, favours down. Good attempt from Kelly. Very good weight.
It's one of the intriguing things, isn't it, that you just can't measure until the end is over. And so you're never really sure yet. Mind you, most of the players are pretty accurate.
With the finger measure? Yeah.
But you're never really, it's not 100% perfect.
No.
And we're talking about a spot in the final of the World Championships here. What's her dilemma here? What is she thinking? What is she trying to work out here?
Well, it depends if she thinks she's got shot or not. She obviously thinks she has got shot, and she's wondering. You know, I think I wouldn't be going anywhere near it if I was Val, and just cover out this side here. But split the reds.
If she's got shot, it's only by a whisker. She's still not sure what to do. She hasn't got a clue, and that's... Coach gets up. I mean, this is the defending champion. She just doesn't really know what to do.
I reckon I'm one down.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know whether to play with weight. I'm just scared that if I bang Kelly's bowl hard, it might cannon onto my other bowl as well.
Okay, so just play weight.
My bowl's kind of in the... looks in the way, but I'll try. I think I'll try.
So she thinks she's down. The marker thinks she's up. That's where the confusion comes, doesn't it? You've got to go with your own gut instinct, don't you?
Yes, well, she's put the fingers on it, and you've got to play it as though you're down.
She's missed a lot. Or has she? Oh, she touches it even closer.
She's definitely down now.
And she could be down. It's an opportunity here, Kelly, to pick up another.
Kelly could
pick up.
Look at
three.
removing that bowl there. She plays down there on the forehand and just rolls it 2, 3 feet and make a count, or she could spring the jack out towards her red bowls. Danger is getting on the wrong side of the jack and moving it to Val, but this plays good weight.
Yet another big moment and another big bowl. She's answered every challenge. She does hold shot. Is it coming? No, she was in two minds, wasn't she? And she'll be happy to take the shot. So she picks up one and edges back to within 8. After 20 ends, it is 20-12 to New Zealander Val Smith. But what a courageous fighting effort it has been from Kelly McCarrahan, as we mentioned, the first Canadian woman to medal at a World Bowls Championship. She's guaranteed of a bronze, and she's hanging in there looking for gold. She's only picked up one shot in the last 5 ends, Val Smith. She led 19-7 after 16 ends, and then the 17th end was killed twice by Kelly before she finally won it. And on numerous occasions, Val Smith has held enough shots to win the match, but just hasn't been able to get across that finish line.
Kelly's left it open here for Val. Oh, she doesn't like that one.
It's a great test of your mental strength. One of the few sports in the world where you can actually be winning over the finish line and then be dragged back by your opponent once you cross that line. Doesn't come back. Stopped a bit. Breeze picking up a little in the last minute or so, and maybe that's having an impact. Didn't like that from the release, the Canadian. Maybe the tenseness of the last half hour or so, it's starting to take its toll here.
Both players starting to tighten up a little bit.
Doesn't come back, but gives the bowl of Kelly a tap, and it's now 1 to Canada. You can hear the wind picking up, and both girls are wandering down for a look. There's plenty of space between all the bowls and the jack. She's got to put this close. This is another huge moment for her. She holds one. There's so much space there.
Yeah, she desperately needs a really close bowl here.
She's managed it every time.
Oh, she's hanging out there.
Yeah.
She's through.
Not close enough, I don't think. This is the opportunity that Val Smith has been waiting for, and I think Kelly McCarahan walks down the green with the knowledge, even though that she holds 2.
Well, Val's probably got a good, say, 3 to 4 feet there to draw shots. So.
The match is now in the hands of the defending champion. On a Saturday afternoon at the local club, you'd back 1,000 times out of 1,000 to put it close, but this is the semi-final of the World Championship against an opponent that just won't go away. This is it for a spot in the final to defend her title. It's on its way. It's going to reach. Is it going to stop? It is. And there it is, finally. Finally, she's done it, Val Smith. And the defending champion has the opportunity to make it back-to-back. What a battle in the end. Val Smith victorious, 21-12, and has booked her spot in the World Championship final for the women's singles for 2012. Well, that was a real battle. Val Smith through to defend her title at the World Championships, and Kelly McCallaghan, it was a real battle, but you just seemed to let her get away a little bit too early.
Yeah, early on I started out a bit slower than I wanted to, and Val made some great shots to convert and make 2s or 3s, and unfortunately I tried to make the comeback with a couple of great game savers, but in the end she got it. So congratulations, Val.
Well, Val, you got to 19 comfortably enough, but those last 2, that must have been nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, I mean Kelly made some great conversions there. I was pretty happy with the shots that I was playing, but she made a couple of real crackers at the end of the game there, and that that no doubt it put the pressure back on me to to force me to have to keep doing what I was doing. But I can't lie, the nerves started to set in, and I think I dropped the ugly 3, and then I had to just settle myself again and just tell myself, make sure you finish this game off.
What does it mean to be able to defend your title?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I like the last World Champs, I went into the World Champs, wanting to give it all my best, but I kind of didn't go in with the expectation of winning it, and so winning it was like a huge bonus. And but coming here, I felt a little bit more under pressure, like the expectations a bit higher. So I'm pretty rapt, even though we took out the silver yesterday in a great game. I'm rapt to be back into both finals.
Well, it was a hard-fought win for Val Smith. She's the first lady into the women's singles final here at the World Championships for 2012. On behalf of my co-commentator Julie Keegan, I'm Mark Braybrook. It's goodbye from Adelaide.